my name is Ellie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my little Disney Dreamlight Valley wish list. We just got the new DLC, Wish Blossom Ranch. I've already finished it. I've put together a little wish list of things that I want to see come to the valley. Obviously this is excluding anything that was in the roadmap for next year. And it is also excluding Cinderella because we are going to be getting her very soon. My wish list is going to include characters that I want them to add, as well as companions, biomes, horses, and dream styles. Okay, so I wanted to start off my little wish list with the characters I would love to see come to our valley in future updates. Starting with Anastasia and Drizella. You guys have seen Cinderella, you know Anastasia and Drizella are Cinderella's evil stepsisters. So I don't know, I think that they would be fun in the valley. I don't know, I just think they'd be really snarky and really sassy and really cool to have. The next character I would love to see come to the valley is Baloo, and obviously I'd love to see Baloo come with Mowgli, but I'd love to see Baloo come to the game. I think he would be so much fun. Imagine a giant bear just roaming around. I think he would be so funny and so cool, and to just hear the little bare necessities, like background music while you're like doing quests with him and stuff. Oh, I just would love it. The next character or characters I'd love to see come to Dreamlight Valley in the future are literally any character from Finding Nemo. I have put a few of my favorites around me. Yes, I'd love to see Nemo and Marlin and Dory and Crush and Squirt and all of the characters. I'd love to see Darla. She probably will never come to the valley, but I think it would be so funny if Darla was in the valley carrying around her little goldfish. The next character I would love to see come to the valley is Charlotte from The Princess and the Frog. The Princess and the Frog is my favorite princess movie of all time and one of my favorite Disney movies, and honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. I love The Princess and the Frog. I've seen it a trillion times. Tiana has always been one of my favorite princesses. Ever since it came out, I was just always obsessed with Tiana. But I would love to see her have her bestie, Charlotte, by her side. One of the next characters I'd love to see come to the valley are my two favorite dwarves of the seven dwarves, Dopey and Grumpy. I used to love Snow White, and I think it would be so cool to have Dopey and Grumpy in my valley, as well as all the other dwarfs, but I think those ones are my favorite, and if I had to pick two, I would definitely want them. I have seen some people say that they think maybe they'll come as like a group, like all of the seven dwarves will come as a group, and you will have to like do quests with them as a group, and I really hope that does not happen. I really hope we get just one or two at a time, kind of like they're doing with the Inside Out characters. We got Joy and Sadness, and they both got their own quests and their own rewards and things, and I would love to see the same thing happen with the dwarves and them just come in over time. I guess we don't know for sure that the other Inside Out characters are coming over time, but I would assume that they are. I would hope that they are, so I would love to see something like that happen. My next characters that I would love to see come to the valley are Eeyore and Piglet. I love the Winnie the Pooh characters, and Eeyore is just so cute, and I would love to have some quests that maybe like we try to make him happy, like maybe, I don't know, like I just think he's so cute. I just love Eeyore so much. And then Piglet, he's a little anxiety-riddled little well, Piglet, and I would love to have them just wandering through my valley, and I think Piglet would end up being a part of the Tiny Villagers Society. I'm interested to see how big they would make him in the game, and I know some people have talked about Eeyore being a companion. I really want Eeyore to be a character that has quests and whatnot, and I would love one of his rewards to be one of the little pin tails with the little pink bow that I could wear around, because I think that would be so cute. One of the next characters I'd love to see come to the Valley is obviously Genie. I think Genie is so funny and so cool, and I think he would bring so much fun to the Valley. The next character I would love to see come to the Valley, this one's kind of a big ask. Sorry, my hair keeps getting in my face. But Giselle from Enchanted, I think she would be so cool. Having like a cartoon Giselle wandering around. I just think she would be so cool. I love the movie Enchanted, and I don't know, I think it would just be such an interesting addition. Another character I'd love to see come to the Valley. I have a lot. You're gonna be like, you're naming literally every character in the Disney universe, which is probably true. But I'd love to see Judy Hopps. As you guys know, Zootopia 2 is coming out, or is out. I can't remember. I think it's coming out. I think it comes out on Christmas. But I love Zootopia. It is one of my favorite Pixar movies, especially in recent times. And I would love to see Judy Hopps come to the Valley. I think she would be so funny and so cool. And we do have some Zootopia furniture and whatnot, I believe. So it would be really cool for her to be in the Valley and for me to make a little Zootopia type area. I think it would be so much fun. Another character I would love to see come to the Valley, two characters actually, Krunk and Cusco. I think they would be so much fun. I'd also love to see Pacha. And I think it would be really cool if one of Cusco's, this is getting ahead of myself, but one of Cusco's dream styles was like a llama and I could turn him into a llama. That would be really cool. Another big ask, but I know a lot of other people want to see them there too. Kita and Milo. I would love to see Kita and Milo come to the Valley. It would be so cool if they were there. And just imagine a very Atlantis, the Lost Empire type biome. I think it would be so cool, like a Tomorrowland type biome. I've heard some people talk about that, and I think they would just, I don't know, I think it would be so cool if they were in the Valley. I would love to see Rex from Toy Story in the Valley. To be completely honest, I wouldn't care if he was a companion or if he was a character. I do think it would be kind of funny if he was a companion and you just had this giant T-Rex following you around. I think it would be really funny. But I also think it would be cool if we had like some sort of prehistoric biome and we could let Rex reside there. Another couple characters that I want to see come to the Valley, Carl and Russell. I think they would be super cool. We already have an Up house, so maybe that's a hint into our future. Maybe we'll get Carl and Russell. These are some more big asks, but I know some people have feelings about Disney, in Disney Dreamlight Valley, including like Star Wars and Marvel. My personal thoughts are the more the merrier. I think it'd be so cool, especially if they had specific biomes that kind of, you know, added to that, or DLC, so that people who don't want them to be a part of it don't have to get that DLC or whatever. But I think it would be super cool for them to add some Star Wars characters. I just think it'd be so much fun. I'm obsessed with Star Wars. I would love to see some Star Wars characters come to the Valley, and we did get some stuff for the May 4th. I already have R2-D2 as a companion. Are you kidding me? We need to have Star Wars characters. And if I could pick some, I would want Padme, Rey, Anakin, Princess Leia. Those would be my top 4. I obviously would love to see Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, so many others, but like my top 4 would be Padme, Anakin, Rey, and Princess Leia. I think it would be so cool to have them in the game. Going along kind of with that topic, I'd love to see Marvel characters. I love Marvel. And my favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, and I think it'd be so cool if we had Spider-Man swinging throughout the Valley. I just think it'd be awesome. And lastly, for characters I would love added to the Valley, I would love to see Mater and Lightning McQueen. I think that they would be so much fun. We don't have any cars in the Valley, but we do have some Radiator Springs items. I think that having Mater and Lightning McQueen is not really a big stretch. All right, moving on to the companions I would love to see come to the valley. Starting with Marie from the Aristocats. I am obsessed with Marie. Next up, I have Abu, the little monkey from Aladdin. I think it would be so fun to have Abu as a little companion. Especially like if they did release Genie as like a character, and then they could release Abu in a future update in the store as a companion, I think would be perfect. Next up, I have Flounder and Sebastian. I don't know how some people feel about that, but I think it would be so cool to have them as companions, and just imagine Sebastian right by your side helping you pick up seashells and whatnot. I think would be so cool. This one is a big ask. I think it would be so funny and so cool though if we had Kevin come to our valley as a companion. Imagine him just following you around. Next up, these two are also kind of big asks, but if we ended up having Star Wars characters come to the valley, I don't think they'd be that big of an ask. We already have R2-D2 as a companion, as you guys know, so I feel like it's only fitting that we have C-3PO as a companion. Personally, I think that would be awesome, as well as Chewie. Imagine Chewbacca just following you around through the valley. It's a dream come true. It would make me so happy. I would be obsessed with that. Next up, and honestly, I'm confused why we don't already have him in the valley, but whatever. Pluto. We need Mickey's dog, and I think Mickey's dog should come as a companion instead of as a character, personally. But I think it would be so awesome to have Pluto following us around. We already have so many dogs now. Well, we don't have so many, but we have some dogs, so I don't know why Pluto's not here. Okay, moving on to biomes. I would love to see a jungle biome. This biome would be awesome to have characters like Baloo and Mowgli come into the valley. So I would love to see a jungle biome. We have Sunlit Plateau, which is kind of like you can make it look like a jungle. I've seen some people do that. Or the Wild Tangle, which is similar, but I don't know. I don't know exactly how to explain what I want here. I just want a more Jungle Book inspired jungle, if that makes sense. Next up, an underwater biome. I think it'd be really cool if we could. Have you guys ever played Coral Island? You know how you can like turn into a mermaid? I think it'd be really cool if like there was some sort of quest where we could get a tail and go underwater and meet like Flounder and then Nemo, Merlin, Marlin, maybe King Triton. I think it would just be so cool if we had like an underwater biome, and then we could have our little companions that are like Flounder that are fish. I think that would be awesome. I think a lot of people want that as well, so I think it would be really cool. Next up, a city kind of biome, and I think that this would come in handy for Spider-Man, if we ever did get any Marvel characters, but Spider-Man specifically, I would love to see, and I think the city biome would be awesome for him, and then as well as Judy Hopps, because she lives in the city, so I think it would be really cool if we got some sort of Manhattan-style biome. Then I have a cave biome, and I think it'd be really cool if we had a cave, like, and it was like, kind of like a mine type of looking biome, and that's where we could meet the dwarves. I think would be really cool. Next up, I mentioned it earlier, a prehistoric type of biome where we could have Rex. I think that a prehistoric type biome could look really cool. It would be kind of funny and kind of cool if we had like little velociraptors as like critters. And then I would love, and I think everybody else would love, a Candyland kind of biome where we could store Vanellope's house indefinitely because it still doesn't really go with much. So yeah. Next up, and this would go for my Star Wars fans, a space biome. Maybe we reside on the moon. I don't know. It'd be really cool if we could have a space biome. A volcanic biome. I think this would be also very cool. Imagine in the future we get like Anger. We could store him in the volcanic biome, since he's fiery and like, you know. And then Hades, I think he would be cool in the volcanic biome as well. And then last but not least, a Radiator Springs Cars type biome, especially if they bring in Mater and Lightning McQueen in the future. And I don't think this one's too far-fetched either. I think that eventually we will get some sort of Radiator Springs type biome and we will meet Mater or Lightning McQueen or both or one of the other cars in that biome. I think that would be awesome. Moving on to some horses I want to see added to the valley. I would love to see Angus from Brave come to the valley as a horse. I think that he would be a great addition. And then as well as Bullseye as a horse companion, I think would be phenomenal. Imagine riding Bullseye. It would be so cool. I love Bullseye. I think those are my two top horses. Moving on next and last but not least, the dream styles I would love to see come to the valley. Jasmine is like the prettiest Disney princess, or one of the prettiest Disney princesses, and I would love to see her have some dream styles like the red outfit. I don't know if Disney will do that because it's like kind of spicy, but I don't know, maybe they will. They wouldn't have added it in the movie, it was too much, right? I don't know. I think it would be awesome to have the red outfit. And then the purple outfit from Return of Jafar I think would also be really cute. And then last but not least, of course, her wedding outfit from the King of Thieves I think would be super, super pretty. I would love all the princesses to have their wedding outfit as like one of the dream styles. I think would be awesome. Okay, as for Stitch, I would love to see his little Elvis outfit. I think it would be so cute to have him running around the valley dressed as Elvis. And then moving on to Tiana, my favorite princess. I think it's crazy that we didn't already get her big green gown. I don't understand why we didn't. They gave her waitress gown, which I don't know, they gave every other princess like their pretty gown, so I don't know why they did that. I would love to see her big green princess ball gown, because who wouldn't want to see that? And then also her blue dress that she wears to the little get together, the little party that they had. I would love to see that as a dream style as well. Okay, moving on to Tinkerbell. I have a couple ideas I would love to see from the actual Tinkerbell movies, like the Pixie Hollow type movies. I would love to see her little white dress outfit that she wore before she found out she was a Tinker Fairy as a dream style. I think that would be really cute. And then her little, I don't remember which of the Tinkerbell movies this is from, but her like green, she's wearing like tights and stuff. I don't know. It's a really cute outfit. I would love to see that. I'll put up pictures for all of these, but I would love to see that outfit come to the valley. I think it would be super cute. And then, of course, I would love to see Mulan's outfit where she has the long sleeves, and in the beginning of the movie where she's getting ready to meet the matchmaker. I think that would be really, really cute. And finally, my last request for Gameloft to add to Dreamlight Valley is a dream style where Ariel is wearing her blue gown that she comes out of the sea. I think would be so freaking cute if we could see that in the future. That is everything I would love to see Gameloft add to Disney Dreamlight Valley. And yeah, in the future, I do want to do some valley tours, as well as I would like to start streaming here on YouTube and play Dreamlight Valley with you guys, as well as some other cozy games. So if you would love to see that in the future, please give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Please also leave me a comment telling me some things you would love to see come to the valley in the future. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. You will see tons of Dreamlight Valley content coming in the future, as well as a lot of other games, cosplay content, book content, baking, gaming, all of the things, all of the cozy things. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys.